Hi friends, Shayla here. So let's talk about all the things I'm excited about that are releasing in the month of November. In this video, I'm going to talk about books and manga releases that I am really excited about for the next month. This is a regular series on this channel that I've been doing for quite a while. I enjoy it, and this is only things that I'm genuinely interested in or like have early copies of that some of my viewership might enjoy. So it's one of those things where I'm not going to be talking about every single thing releasing because this video would be hours long every time I did it if I did that. So I've just narrowed it down to the things that I am genuinely super excited for. So if you read similar to me, there's a good chance that you will be excited about these releases as well. So let's go ahead and dive into the list. So first up on November 1st, we've got Tempted by the Viking Enemy, which is from the Harlequin. I believe it's from the Desire line. I don't remember. It's one of the golden ones. But anyways, hello, Viking romance? Yes, please. And then I also have Unbreak My Heart, which is part of the Dare line. I haven't read anything from the Dare line yet, and so I got approved for this arc, and so I'm really excited to dive in. I'm hoping to dive in either today or tomorrow, so upon filming this, so I hope you guys get a chance to hear my thoughts on that soon. So let's move on to November 3rd. So first up, we have Instant Karma by Marissa Meyer. This is Marissa Meyer's new novel. This is a contemporary, which is very new for her. So I really want to know if her writing translates well into a contemporary, because I've only ever read like SFF stuff from Marissa Meyer to this point. So I'm really excited to see how this goes. Next, we have Beautiful Wild. This just looks absolutely fantastic. Everything I've read about it just sounds right up my alley. Definitely looking forward to it. And that's it for books for the 3rd. Let's go ahead and jump into manga, because there's a lot of manga for this week. Some of the manga titles that were at the end of October did get pushed back to November, like Sacrificial Princess and the King of Beasts Volume 11 got pushed back, and Welcome to the Ballroom number 10 got pushed back. So, and Don't Toy With Me, Miss Nagatoro Volume 4 got pushed back. So all of those got pushed back to November 3rd. So they're coming out soon. They just pushed back a week. After that, we have Daytime Shooting Star Volume 9, which I love this series, y'all. You know my ship in this series, and I'm just really excited to see how this plays out. Next, we have Haikyuu Volume 41. We are getting close to the end of the volumes of Haikyuu. Definitely looking forward to owning the rest of this series. Then we have Love Me, Love Me Not Volume 5. I have already read this. It was absolutely fantastic. I continue to really enjoy the series and looking forward to more. Shortcake Volume 10 is finally coming, and with the way things went in Volume 9, I'm very curious about how Volume 10 is going to go. I don't think we have too many more volumes of this series left, so I'm really excited to see what happens here. And then we have Our Fake Marriage Volume 4. This is a obviously fake marriage trope romance with adults. It's fantastic because it's also childhood friends, and it's really cute. I really like what I've read. I've read the first 2 volumes of this series, and this is one that's releasing digitally through Kodansha, so look for sales and stuff for these. And then we also have My Boss's Kitten Volume 7. I think I've read the first 4 or 5 of these, and it's weird, and it's definitely alpha, but I still really like it, so there's that. We also have Snow White with the Red Hair, Volume 10, which I've already read. It's glorious. I loved it. We get a Zen and Shirayuki date, and we get lots of Kiki. It's a really good volume. I love the direction of the series so far. All right, there is one book that's coming out on November 6th that I'm really interested in, and every time I see the cover, I'm like, oh, I need this in my hands already, and that is A Deal with the Elf King. People are comparing it a little bit to the Folk of the Air series, as well as something else. My brain isn't coming up with the other comparison, but it's by Elise Kova. I've wanted to read Elise Kova, and this all honestly sounds more interesting to me than the other series that I've seen by Elise Kova, so you better bet your bottom dollar I'm gonna be reading this. All right, let's move on to November 10th. November 10th is gonna break the bank, y'all. There's so many books. So many books. All right, first up we have The Cowboy's Targeted Bride Obviously, cowboy romance. We love to see it. And then we have the Camelot Betrayal. This is the sequel to the Guinevere Deception by Kirsten White. I do have an early copy of this. Again, hoping to get to it really soon before release date. Oh, I'm thriving. I'm so excited for this book. Then we have Forever With You. I believe this one's by Barbara Curtis. This is a contemporary, I believe, small town romance that Forever had for free via NetGalley, like auto-approved through NetGalley for a weekend. I just haven't gotten around to reading this one yet, but it looks really, really cute. Then we have The Lady's Guide to Mischief and Mayhem, which just looks like all sorts of fun in a historical romance setting. And then we have The Truth About Dukes. This one's by Grace Burrows. I really like Grace Burrows' historicals. I don't hear too many people talk about Grace Burrows, but I tend to really like them. So I'm really excited to continue on in this series. Then we have Claiming the Rancher's Heir. This is I think it's by Maisie Yates, but it's Christmassy. Looking forward to reading this one. Then we have Fatal Deception by April Hunt. This is the third book in the Steel Ops series. I love the Steel Ops series with so much of my being, and it's fantastic. And I can't even with this. I can't believe I haven't read it yet. It'll most likely get read this week because I just can't wait anymore. Then we have Leopard's Rage by Christine Feehan. This is part of her Leopard, I think it's called the Leopard People series, but they're Leopard shifters. I really enjoy the series as a whole, and I'm really looking forward to this book. Then we have A Duchess of Day by, I can't remember her name, but everything I've heard and seen about this particular historical has my heart soaring. I'm very much looking forward to it. Then we have Love and Olives by Jenna Evans Welch. I've loved the other two books previous in this series, so I'm definitely looking forward to this one. All right, jumping on to the manga for this week, we have Fly Me to the Moon Volume 2, which I'm so excited for y'all to get. If you've been watching the anime, then Volume 2 will basically get you caught up to, like, after the episode this upcoming week. That's pretty much where Volume 2 ends, but man, it's super cute. I really love this. And then we have Requiem of the Rose King Volume 13, and my heart, oh my gosh, I can't even with this series. Oh. Pitter pat, pitter pat. I love it so much. Then we have Night of the Ice Volume 4. I'm always looking forward to a new Night of the Ice volume. It's always so, I just love these. I love it so much. It's figure skating, friends to lovers, it's everything I want. Then we have To Your Eternity Volume 13. I'm surprised we got Volume 13 so quick because we had to wait so long for Volume 12. So my guess is that's probably going to be pushed back. Don't quote me on that. But this is the next arc of Fushi's story, and I'm looking forward to any of Fushi's story because we love Fushi. Then we have Practice Makes Perfect Volume 2. This is a adult rom-com with, well, I think it's adult. It might be high schoolers. I haven't read it yet, but it involves volleyball, and I'm jonesing for volleyball because I've finished reading Haikyuu and I need volleyball stuff. And so a romance with volleyball, yes, please. Then we have Sorry for My Familiar Volume 7. This is a series that I just collect slowly when it's on sale. It's just really cute, slice of life-y, about a demon girl who takes a human as her familiar. It's really fun, really cute. And then we have Primitive Boyfriend Volume 3, which is the final volume of Primitive Boyfriend. This was a really short series, but man, oh man, I really, really love this series. It's so cute. Yes, a lot of people gave it a ton of flack when it first came out, but man, it is way sweeter and way cuter than I was expecting it to be. All right, I do have a couple of titles for November 12th, and we have Wicked Truths, and then we have Reclaim, which just looks absolutely fantastic. All right, now we're moving on to the 17th. So here, this first one, I believe this is another short story collection, which I don't typically go for, but the title on this one just had me in stitches, and it's a Duke I'd Like to F. And so I think this is just going to be a smutty good time with historical romances and dukes, and I just think it could be really, really fun. Then we have Bound by Forever, which looks absolutely fantastic. And the biggest thing I'll be getting this week is Rhythm of War by Brandon Sanderson. This is book 4 in the Stormlight Archive. I love the Stormlight Archive. I'm also hoping to get Words of Radiance and Oathbringer reread before this comes out. We'll see if that happens, but I won't be reading Rhythm of War until I've reread both of those, because I want everything to be fresh as I go into the book. All right, moving on to the manga for that week, we've got Beastars Volume 9, which is a stunning and fantastic volume. We finally get answers to the mystery from chapter 1 of Beastars, so believe me, it's worth picking up. Then we have Mermaid Saga Volume 1. This is a collector's edition by Rumihiko Takahashi, and it's definitely on the thriller, horror, almost gory kind of side. So be prepared. This is not going to be fluffy, pretty mermaids. This is the dark side of mermaids, and it's actually really, really good. I've already read this, and it's fantastic. Then we do have Cardcaptor Sakura, the Collector's Edition Volume 6, which I'm looking forward to. Living Room Matsunaga-san Volume 5, which I'm looking forward to physically owning. Writer and the Housekeeper. I still need to read Volume 1 of this, but everything about this screams me, so I'm very much looking forward to collecting those. All right, really quick, there's one book on November 19th that's coming out that I'm interested in, and that is called Lord Lucifer. This just looks absolutely up my alley. Like, what can I say? It sounds very me. On to the 24th of November, we have Ready Player 2, which is the sequel, obviously, to Ready Player 1. I'm hesitantly optimistic about this. I liked Ready Player 1 fine. I did think it got a little wordy, so I am a little worried about book 2. Hopefully, Ernest Cline took some of that criticism and pared down some of his descriptions. But I'm hesitantly optimistic about this one. And then we have The Princess Knight by G.A. Aiken. I loved the first book. I've got an early copy of the second book. Definitely looking forward to it. And then we have How the King of Elfine Learned to Hate Stories. I mean, it's in the Folk of the Air world. It involves Carden. Of course I'm going to read it. And that's it for books that week. Let's talk about manga. So we've got Perfect World Volume 4 that'll be out that week. And again, we love some Perfect World in this house. Sayonara Football Volume 2, which will be out. Yuzu the Pet Volume 4 is slated to come out that week, but Yuzu has tended to be pushed back, so don't quote me on that. And we have Fire in His Fingertips Volume 2 freaking finally, and yes, according to 7C's website, it's still slated for November, so I really hope that's the case, because man, I really want Volume 2 already. And then we have My Senpai is Annoying Volume 3, which again, I'm very much looking forward to. It's a cute office rom-com. And then last but not least, we have Kageki Shoujo. And I believe this is just like an omnibus of it. It might be a volume 1. I didn't see a volume 1 next to it. So I'm guessing it's an omnibus of the entire series. And again, it just looks amazing. And anything with shoujo in the title is probably going to be my thing. So that's it for the month of November. I blitzed through these really fast as always. I'm really sorry if you wanted more details. Because I talk about so many titles, I don't have the opportunity to give you more thorough descriptions. So if you want me to start adding more thorough descriptions and make these videos like 45 minutes long, I'm happy to do that. You just need to tell me that that's what you want. So anyhow, let me know in the comments down below what you're excited that's releasing in November, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.